Hello inflatable fans, I hope you're all well. That's the Aqua Marina Halve, or the outer shell of it anyway, just drying that out after my last trip. And if you remember from that trip, this is really soft, look at that. The floor kept going down, so I've got it out and I'm going to have a look at it. Oh look, there it is. Right, so I've got the tools here. There's the valve removal tool that comes with the Aqua Marina Halve itself, and I've also got a little Phillips screwdriver on here because I want to check that the pressure, that little screw. So let's have a look. So I'm just going to try and see if this... I see that is quite slack. That was quite loose. Did you see how much that moved? I wonder if that's what's been causing this problem. And I'll just check with the little Phillips on here to make sure that that's tight, because that looks loose. Don't think there's an issue there. Right, the only thing to do now is to just inflate this, leave it overnight and see what it's like tomorrow. So we'll give that a go and see if that's sorted it out. I just wanted to do this first before I did anything to do with spraying water on it, that kind of thing, because I have had this issue with the Aqua Marina Cascade. This isn't supposed to happen. Are you ready? That's with the valve closed. The valve wasn't tight enough and needed adjustment. I'm only going to inflate this to 7.5, seeing as it's indoors. That sounds a lot better than it did the other day. Right, I'll leave this overnight, see what it's like in morning. Bugger. That hasn't worked. So because that didn't work, I'm going to re-inflate this and then spray some soapy water on it. I've got some in a spray bottle already ready, and see if we can find out where the problem is. So now it's inflated. I'm going to check the valve first, just to see if there's any water bubbling around there. There's nothing that looks obvious. And if I listen to it, I can't hear any hissing or anything. So next step then is to check all these seams. Okay, hopefully you can see that I have found a tiny little pinprick of a hole there. So what I'll do is I'll spray the rest of the boat, make sure there aren't any more, and then set about repairing it. So I've fully checked front and back. This is the base of the boat. I've checked all the sides and the seams, and this is the only spot I've found where it needs a repair. Now this is TPU this. If you've seen any of the videos where I've done tape repairs, well, I've used tear aid in one of those. I can actually feel the air coming out of that. Right, so what I'm going to do is, the recommended repair method for TPU is tear aid. So I'm going to put this tear aid patch on there, and then we'll see if this still goes down, see if it goes down, and hopefully that should sort it out. Alright, here's something fascinating. So I wasn't convinced that that blue thing was the right spot. It felt like the air was coming out somewhere else. And I'm right, and I've actually found there's more than one little hole here. Let me just wipe that off and I'll show you what I mean. So if I wipe that off, and then spray this, there's there, it was coming out of two a minute ago. There. What is going on? Okay, no, it's just the one. There it is. There. So there's one there and one there. The other little bits were just as the air coming out of the dimples, I think. So there and there. I can actually feel that one. Yeah, no, I've just missed it, so it's just by there. Right, so I've inflated that back to about 8 psi. They look like they're going to hold with the floor inflated. We'll see if it goes down. So this is the next morning. There's the repairs. There's no issues with the seal, but look at this. I don't know what the hell's going on with this. I really don't. So let's have another look. So these are the previous repairs. Where the holes are, you can see there's no air escaping around it. Oh, do you know what? I can feel air coming from here. Let me just get some water on that. Look, found another. I don't get it. I don't get what's going on with this. This hasn't been rough treated. You can tell by the look of it. It's not had any rough treatment. I don't get it. Okay, so new tear aid patch. I've attached it. Didn't bother showing you because you've already seen me put those two on. Let's see if it's still okay in the morning. I think I finally got this fixed. That's relatively firm. So I'm going to fully inflate it and see what it's like. So yeah, it's got 3 patches on now. Oh, please stay hard. Said that before. Yes, this is the next morning. It's still hard. Alright, I've made that joke once, I'm not doing it again. There's the patches, look. All good. I think I've nailed it. Brilliant. I'm chuffed to bits with that. Now for me, the interesting thing about this is that's a drop stitch floor, and I've used tape to repair it. In some of the Red Boat videos where I've done tape repairs, there have been comments where people have asked, can you use these tapes on a drop stitch floor? I think I've just answered that question with this one. So yes, this is tear aid type A, and I've used it to fix a drop stitch floor. Really glad to see that I seem to have got this sorted. I have been in touch with Aqua Marina to see if there's an ongoing issue, see if there is a quality issue with these floors, because that just shouldn't have happened. There's no reason for those 3 holes to be there. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. You know what to do if you like this video, about liking, subscribing, sharing, that kind of thing. You take care of yourself. Cheerio.